Well, good morning. How are you all doing? Good. Everybody fine? Everybody's fine? As Andrea, as she mentioned, my name is Wayne Rasmus, and I'm from California, Chino, California. Do any of you know California? No? Chino is in the southern part of California. Where are you from?
I'm from Peoria, Illinois.
From Illinois. That's quite a distance.
Yeah.
So I'm from Chino, California, but I've been living here in Hermosillo for 30 years. You understand? ¿Cuánto tiempo tengo aquí? 30 años. Very good. So I've been here 30 years, have 3 children, 3 beautiful children, and have grandchildren, and I am the director of Familia Amistad Sur, which is a associación civil, and we're here in Plaza Cultura. But what I do want to talk to you about this morning is about India, incredible India. And we're going to see that India is a country of contrast. And if you want to see what it's like. Yes. Can I spell my last name? Yes. Why don't you might want to just stay here if you want to. So we're going to talk about India. Who knows where India is? Who can find India? Where is India there? India. Where is it? Where is India? Here, there it is. So here's India. It's near Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and China. And it's located in southern Asia, and it's surrounded by the countries that I mentioned, Bangladesh, Pakistan, China, Nepal, and the population. How many people live in India, approximately? You know what that says? Who can tell me what that is? 1.27 billion. Pero ¿cómo decimos en español? 1.27 mil millones de personas. So, mil millones de personas is a billion. So the billion people, 1.27 billion people, is the second most populated country in the world. You know what is the largest populated country in the world? Who has more people in the world than India?
India.
Yeah, more than India. China. Wow. Very good. China, for every 5 people is a Chinaman. 1, 2, 3, 4, chinita here. So that's the way it is. India also has so many people, it's incredible. Let's go to the next one. And some of their main religions, what are some of the main religions in India? You can read that. It's Hinduism. In Hinduism, they have 332 million gods. Did you hear that? 332. I'll rewrite those down. 332 million dioses. For example, this pluma could be a god, and this, yeah, the cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone. Cell phone could be a god, so there's 332 million gods in India. So you have Hinduism, you have Islam, and you have Sikhism. Those are the main religions in India. Let's go on. And what I want to talk a little bit about is that every summer we take groups of Mexicans, we take groups of people to India. Every summer we take groups to India for exposure trips. For exposure trips, to get to know India, the culture, for language learning, I'm going to just teach you one word, namaste. Can you say with me, namaste? Namaste. Namaste is a greeting, how are you? And the Muslims, because there's also Muslims that live in India, say Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, can you say that? Assalamu alaikum. It talks about peace. May the peace of God be with you. And in Namaste, actually is saying, I bless the little God that is in you. So you have different religions in India, and I'm just going to talk about, and what we do, we go to learn the language, we go to get to know the people, the culture. Can you tell me what is one of the main foods that they eat in India? What is the main food? Everything over in India. Rice. Rice. Right? Puri. Dal. You know what dal is? So lentejas. How do you say lentejas? Lentils. So there's a lot of rice, a lot of lentejas or lentils. Chicken, lots of chicken. What is chicken? Oil. Lots of chicken. Fish. But they eat it with the chapati. ¿Saben qué? ¿Cómo son las tortillas tubaqueras? ¿Cómo son? ¿Sí? So they eat their rice and their dal with the chapatis. And they use their left hand. ¿Y por qué usan la...? No, because with the other finger. Finger what? In other words, they don't use a whole lot of toilet paper in India. In other words, this hand they use to clean themselves. So you use your right hand to eat. And it's very, we're used to eating with our hands, no? Tortillas. Así como de cuchara. Well, the Indians also use their hands. So we go to learn the language, we go to learn the culture, to get to know the people, and also for humanitarian aid. Who can tell me what that means, humanitarian aid? Ayuda humanitaria. ¿Qué es eso? What is that? Humanitarian aid. To help the people. To help the people in hospitals, in orphanages, and to do construction projects. Let's go to the next one. Well, let's go back. Well, okay. So these are different scenes in India, different cities that we visit. New Delhi is the capital of India. And as I mentioned, India has a lot of contrasts. When you think of India, what comes into your mind? Cuando piensas en India, ¿qué viene a su mente? Elephants, okay, elefantes, what else? Dancing. Bollywood. You know Bollywood? The películas de Bollywood? Yeah? What else? What? Taj Mahal, yes! Taj Mahal. I have a picture of the Taj Mahal, but it's only here on Taj Mahal. Okay? Taj Mahal is, one of the wonders of the world. The Taj Mahal was built in 1631. I'm going to write that down. Taj Mahal, 1631, and it was built by a Mongolian emperor. And you know why he built the Taj Mahal? ¿Sabe por qué construyó el Taj Mahal? A ver, ¿por qué? ¿Saben por qué? What? It was a grave, but it was dedicated to his most beautiful wife, to his esposa favorita, his favorite wife. So he built the Taj Mahal for her. ¿Cómo la ven? ¿Está bien? Así que hay que pedir mucho, ¿no? De paso. Hay que pedir, yo leo. So the Taj Mahal is an incredible structure, it's a beautiful piece of architecture. So India is a country of contrast. You have some of the richest people in the world in India. Did you know that? In India? Yes. Billionaires, but also you have some of the poorest people in the world in India. And you have different religions. You have the Hindus, you have the Muslims, you have Sikhs, and I need two volunteers. Dos voluntarios, hombre y mujer. Y pues un varón. No hay varones aquí. Ahí está. So, we're going to put this on. And, gonna put this on. This is a kurta, and this is what a lot of the Muslim men use. And when we go to India, we dress like this. We put on our kurta, so you can identify more with the people. And there's more to it. This is a burqa. This is topi. ¿Está bien? This is the topi and this is a burqa. Actually, it also supposed to cover from your nose on down. And now, of course, not all people dress like this. As I mentioned, it's a land of contrast. You have some of the richest people in the world. You have some of the poorest people in the world. You have people that who dress traditionally like the Muslim people. Topes como topes o topes que tenemos aquí, pero es topes. Cabezón. And so when he goes into the mosque to pray, he has to have his head covered. And now, of course, not everybody dresses like that. You have people who dress like me, like the Westerners dress. And also in India, there's a place called Gurgaon, where they do a lot of informatica. In other words, a lot of software. You have some of the smartest people in the world that live in Gurgaon. ¿Qué dije? A ver, ¿qué te puedo decir? Informática. They develop software, computer software, and they have call centers there. So it's not just a very poor country. It's not just a country where you have elephants and cows walking around in the streets. It's also very modern. Thank you very much. Thank you for this also. He looks like an Indian. He has no problem. He has no problem in India. He would think, what's your name? Martin. They would say, Martin, assalamu alaikum. How are you? Aapka naam kya hai? Aapka naam kya hai? What is your name? Aapka naam kya hai? Aapka naam kya hai? What is your name? That's in Urdu. Did you know in India, they have about 15 major languages. 15 major languages, but apart from that, there's thousands and thousands of other languages or dialects. What is the main language? Who can tell me what do you think is the main language in India? It's Hindi and English. Hindi and English. So if you learn English, you can come with me to India, and you can be able to communicate with the people in Hindi and in English or in English. Okay. And so, let's go on to the next one. This is a big one. This is called Jama Masjid. Jama Masjid. As I mentioned, you have Hindus, you have Buddhists, and you have Muslims. And this is a mosque. You know what a mosque is? ¿Cómo se dice en español mosque? Mezquita. Mosque. It's a place like where the Muslims go to worship. Like here we go to churches or things like that. So this is a mezquita, and it's the largest mosque in all of South Asia. It's a huge place. Thousands and thousands of people go there. Go ahead. And so this is another picture of the Jama Masjid. And this was built by this Mongol Emperor, Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan also was the one who developed and built the Taj Mahal. You saw the Taj Mahal. So this is in the 16th century when they built, the Taj Mahal, and also when they began to build this mosque, the Jama Masjid. All right, let's go on to the next. Well, this is just a picture of some of us who've gone to India. As I mentioned, every summer we take trips. And it's important, I think it's good for every person, when you get out of high school, you're in high school, no, prepa, right? High school is prepa, it's good to take a trip. It's good to go to another country, to learn another language, to learn how to eat different foods. No los mismos frijolitos, las mismas tortillas de harina, la misma machaca. It's good to get other experiences. And so as I mentioned, we take teams every summer, and so they get exposed to other countries and to appreciate more what they have at home. Go ahead. Now another thing that we do is we work with different tribal groups. Son grupos étnicos en la India. Tenemos grupos étnicos aquí en México también, ¿verdad? Como cuáles son los grupos étnicos de aquí en México. What are some of the ethnic groups that we have in Mexico? Mayos, Yaquis, Seris, Papagos, also in Cayenne, we have Greeks. So in India also they have thousands of different tribal groups. And one of the tribal groups is the Tharus. And the Tharus, they live near Nepal, the border of Nepal. How much time do you have? 1 minute left? How are we doing? Fine? Give me a dinner? I don't speak too fast. So the Tharu tribal group near the Nepal border. And so, like this young man, he's from here from medical school, and other people from medical school. And we've gone and we've worked with these groups, we work with the children, we have children's classes, we have medical outreaches, but also what we do is we install hand pumps. Si saben qué es eso? ¿Qué es esto? Es una bomba de agua. Es una bomba de agua. And so we help install these pumps for the people, and for their brain, but also for their crops. Now, I want to talk about in India, they have different caste system. Sé que es un poco difícil, caste. Sistema de castes. Alright? Maybe you can write that down. Caste system. Caste system, yes. And there's 6,200 different castes. ¿Saben qué es eso? Son niveles en la sociedad. What are the different levels we have here in Mexico, aquí en Hermosillo? Yeah, son cuatro. Well, they have basically 5 in India, 5 main ones, but from there, it derives into 6,200 castes. So you have the Brahmins, who are the top ones. They are the richest ones. They are more the spiritual leaders. And then you have the Vaishyas, who are the workers. You have the Sudras, who are also workers, but they're unskilled. And then you have the Untouchables, or the Dalits. I want you to write this word down, Dalit. It's a group of people that's 300 million Dalits, and they are the untouchables. ¿Saben qué es eso? Intocables. They're the ones that clean up the sewers. They're the ones that pick up the dead from the streets. And for many, many thousands of years, they've been able to be aplastados, untouchables. And so we are doing the work with these Dalits, and What do we have here? What is this? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Son niños, no? Are you with me back there? Ahorita vamos a comer palomitas, y soda, y jamón, y no sé qué más. Vamos a pasar el café. These are children, and they're dolly children, who are now for the first time are getting an opportunity for education. Is education important? ¿Sí? Yes or no?
Yes.
Es sumamente importante, porque después de la prepa, ¿a dónde van? A la uni, ¿no? A la web, no. Vamos a la uni. A UPM o... For education, very important education. Some of you, what do you want to be? You want to be teachers? You want to be a nurse? What do you want to be? Juez? Wow. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? Architect, engineer, writer. A writer. Wow. Okay, very good. So, education is very important, and so we go and we help build these schools for the children. A ver, ¿qué hacemos? ¿Qué dije? Construimos escuelas para los niños débiles. Levantamos las finanzas de aquí en México y otros lugares en América Latina y vamos a la India y construimos escuelas para esos niños. So what we do is we raise money in Mexico and other countries in Latin America, and we go and we build these schools in India for these children who before never had an opportunity for education, because education is so important. And in these schools, they learn in Hindi, in Urdu, but also in English. Go ahead. And so with the children, we have fun with the children also. La calle. Hay muchísimos niños de la calle. So we're working with different organizations and with different groups, and they have, like homes and they have centers where these street kids can come. And what do? ¿Qué hacen? So we let play. Yes, they play. What do you call this in English? We call that in English. Up and down. Brinca, brinca. Well, this is a cheater tot. That's a good word. A cheater tot. I haven't said that in years. Cheater tot.
Or seesaw.
Seesaw, yes. Thank you so much. Seesaw. And columpios, where are columpios? Yes, very good. Swings, that's a good word. So, and also, where are these? Everybody knows what these are. Can you see it? Legos. Forever Legos. Todos los niños les encantan los Legos, ¿verdad? Pero ustedes ya son grandes, tienen personas, ya no juegan. Okay, ahí están los Legos. Okay, go ahead. What does it say? Mother Teresa. Have you ever heard of Mother Teresa de Calcutta? Yes. So this is her hospital. She was a woman who, for 50 years, served the poor in Calcutta. Incredible work that she and the other sisters did in Calcutta. This is her hospital, one of the hospitals there, where she has passed away, she has died. Can somebody tell me where she was from? Where was Mother Teresa from?
Albania.
Albania, yes, Albania. And I think she was 16 or 17 years old when she left her home, and she joined this particular order, and then later she went on to India. And I've been in this hospital many times, and they help patients who have AIDS. You know what AIDS are? SIDA is AIDS. Okay, go ahead. Come on, next one. Go ahead. That's good. I'll finish with this because I know our time is close. So that's just a little bit about India. But also, another thing is, you can do something with your life also to impact the life of others. ¿Sí me entendieron? Ustedes pueden hacer algo con su vida para impactar las vidas de de otros. ¿Cómo se dice eso en inglés? We can say that in English. We can do things with our life so that we can impact the lives of others. Because we are very fortunate. You know what fortunate means? What is fortunate mean? Afortunados. We're very afortunados. This school is beautiful. This is a beautiful school. I think everybody ate breakfast this morning, right? Todos desayunaron, ¿no? Y van a comer. ¿Qué vamos a comer de hoy? Todos comemos. We have our families. We have our houses. We're very afortunados. And so, what we have received is good to give to others. Están conmigo todavía. Now, you all don't need to go to India. You can go here to Carretes. Right? O en altares y otros lugares para ayudar a los niños. This is one thing that we do, and when this all flows. As part of the work that we do here with Familia Amistad Sur, is every Saturday we have clubs for children. ¿Saben qué es eso? Clubs para los niños. And we have juegos, we have cakes for the children. We also teach them principles and values so that they can grow up and be good citizens. We also do medical outreach. So, well, anyway, yeah. ¿Quieres decir algo? O seguimos hablando. I brought here some tea. What is this? Tea. And rice is one of the main things that they eat in India, but also what they drink is tea. But they call it chai. And you say chai? Well, you probably had chai in Starbucks, huh? Chai. Chai is tea with milk, with sugar. And everywhere you go, they always are offering you chai to eat. Chai, chapatis, arroz, todas esas cosas. Bueno. So anyway, well, thank you very much. I enjoyed my time with you. I hope you learned something about India. India is a country of contrasts. It's not just poverty. There's also a lot of richness. And you have some of the smartest people in the world working in this one particular city called Gurgaon, where they do software development and all kinds of computer things. But also there's many needs in India. And there's things that we can do to help them. So thank you very much.
Your conference, your report. Well, it was very interesting, and actually it's like very, I don't know, touching, I can say.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah, and you help people, and like you said, well, maybe we cannot go to India because we're not rich enough to go there, but we can help poor people here, like in las Carretas or it was very, very, very entertaining. I just wanted to add one comment to this wonderful students because this was very unique. Why don't you talk about, or why don't you give a bit of advice about the cultural shock that they can have when they travel to another country? Especially a country with a lot of differences and a lot of contradictions, like you said. Like, for example, they are very poor, very rich, and they are very religious people. Or maybe schools, okay? Because they don't talk a lot, but they will. They will, okay? And maybe that there's, as you said, well, knowing another language is knowing another culture. Yeah. And what, in your personal experience, Mr. Crafton, what advice would you give them just to prevent or to accept this culture shock? Because sometimes, right, it's really difficult to accept
good comment, very good observation. Culture shock. Culture shock. We're accustomed, for example, you're accustomed to frijolitos, huevitos in the mañana. So, you know, you go maybe to India and they're going to give you these chapatis that are very big and you can eat, you know, lentils. And it's very spicy, the food. Now, I've been here in Mexico a long time, so, you know, the food doesn't bother me at all. But when you eat the food in India, it's very spicy. It doesn't burn your mouth, it burns your stomach. So all day long it's burning your stomach. That's very interesting. Another thing that's very different is that you have no social contact with women. In other words, here in Mexico, you know, we shake hands, we give hugs, you know, and if we know the person, we give a besito. But in India, there's a distance between the men and the women. In fact, I really like it. I think that's good. I think we should do that here. No. I think we should do that here. Now, of course, everybody has a cell phone like you. I notice everybody has a cell phone. In India, everybody has a cell phone. Even the poorest people have cell phones. But there are the differences of the relationship between the man and the woman. When I take groups to India, the thing that bothers them the most is the food. So the food is very different. And also the other thing is social contact. In Mexico, we're very happy people, right? We're very happy. Happy. We're always talking. What does carrilla mean in English? Echamos mucha carrilla. Son carrilleros. No? Bromistas. You know, joking a lot and making fun of one another. And that's something you don't do in India. You have to be more respectful. And you have to be very respectful of the adults. When I go to India, they look at me and go, wow. Because I'm old, you know, I've got white hair, and they're very respectful. They call me sir. And we need to have a little bit, see right now there's no respect here. No respect. No respect. I'm talking up. So, more respect for your adults, for your parents. Wow. To really honor your parents is another thing that you see that's very important in India. There's a lot of things that we can learn from India. And I really believe it would be good for everyone after the prepa to take a trip. Now, what you could do, and what we also do, we go to Calle 12. Everybody knows where Calle 12 is? Okay. There's a community of Treaty Indians. You don't have to go to India. It's very similar. A lot of them still live in houses de adobe, you know, and they still have the wood stoves, right? And they're also the treaties have food that's very, very, very spicy, and they have the long dresses for women. There's a lot of similarities there. And one thing I just want to leave with you, it's good for us, and I want you to write this word down, to get out of our comfort zone. ¿Qué quiere decir eso? Comfort zone. Zona de confort. Comfort. Comfort. Zone. Comfort zone. We are so fortunate. This place is beautiful here. You have air conditioning here. I've been in school in India. Everybody's sudando. And the kids don't have shoes, but they were so happy to be there. They would have like 80 kids in a room this size. Yeah. But they want to learn. So let's be thankful. Let's appreciate what we have. I want you all to go home and give your mom and dad a kiss. ¿Entendieron? And un abrazo. Thank you so much. Probably most of you have mini splits in your room, no? Getting aire. So we're very fortunate. It's good for us to get out of our comfort zone and to see how other people live and then try to help them. So thank you.
Okay, thank you.